Hello, Kim Townsel here. I'm actually filming this in January of 2017. I still have some of my holiday decorations up. And I'm not really sure when I'll air this, but I wanted to go ahead and film it while I was still in the state of mind for the subject for which I will be speaking on today. And that is my enlightenment through a season of poverty. I had plenty of income for the first part of 2016 and the summer of 2016, but when fall arrived, I didn't have any overload or extra income, and my expenses went up, so I had what I call a season of poverty. I had no extra income. I had things tear up. My car ended up needing new brakes. Neither of my toilets work. My light went out over my sink. My fan went out in my bedroom. I slammed the trunk on my key fob of my car, so I couldn't remotely unlock it for a while until I remembered that I had a spare one in the bottom of my purse. My door handle for my Mustang is coming off. It started having a little crack in it, and I put a Band-Aid on it, and it kept cracking, so the Band-Aids and the bandages actually are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Things are just kind of falling apart in my house and my car, and I don't really have the money to replace them or to repair them. And I didn't buy any new clothes. I didn't go out for social events. I just didn't do anything extra. I basically became a hermit, staying at home, watching my house and my car crumble around my life, and going to work and doing the social events that I had to. In addition, I had the additional expenses due to a blessing. I was nominated for Post-Secondary Teacher of the Year for the Association of Career and Technical Education for state of Alabama, and I won that. Went to Region 2, won that, and then ended up going to the National in Las Vegas, where I didn't win, but I was one of 5 and very honored to be there. And those are blessings, but those blessings came with airfare, room registrations, or conference registrations, and hotel registrations, meals, and things like that. And eventually I will probably get reimbursed for most of it, but I haven't yet. So I kept what little bit of money I had left kind of tied up. So I didn't really have any spare money at all for the fall of 2016. So what I ended up having to do is just to really keep my budget down. If I absolutely didn't have to have it, I just didn't buy it. I looked around my house and thought, do I really need this? Do I really need this? And what I didn't need, I started selling on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, which moved some items really fast, like within hours, and selling things on eBay. And had partied with some things that I thought that were kind of dear to me, but then when I realized I didn't have enough money at the end of the month to pay for my have-tos, I didn't really want these things anyway, and sold quite a few items like that. I ended up trying to use the resources I had on hand. So I travel a lot, and I had tons of like hotel soaps and soaps and shampoos and conditioners. So I started using those things up instead of buying new products. And I depended on my mom, who gave me some money in my checking account until the bills came in, things like that. And she's still doing that for me. She's been an extremely good resource for me, as I have a career as a poor little school teacher, and she had a career as a school teacher too. She just was, I guess, more careful with her money than I was coming along. But she's kind of filled in the gaps for me and is continuing to do that. So I did have some good resources to get me through this. So I didn't cry, I didn't whine, I didn't feel sorry for myself. I never felt deprived, I never went hungry. And so those are the things I did to get through it. But what's the enlightenment part? So the enlightenment part for all of this to me was I reassessed and had a lot of time to think and kind of redo my priorities, think about what was really important to me and what would I do when my income would increase again, which it will do in the spring, because I'll have an overload to teach and I'll have my tax income refund, and I'll make some more money in the summertime. But I also had another resource. I got some consulting job that came in at a really, really good time, like right in December, so that was also good. But I looked at my priorities. I looked around at things that I had and thought, well, I don't really need this anymore. I need to get rid of this, start clearing some things out. I had a lot of time to spend on projects that I had already started. I had more time to devote to making YouTube videos, which has been really, really fun for me. I think it's made me a better teacher, because I'm working on some of my terrible mannerisms that I have that my poor students have to be subjected to. It gave me some time to think about some meditation, some spirituality, things that I want to do with my life. And it got me to thinking about my resources that I had. I had a lot of things that I take for granted, and I teach my students to look at their resources and try to turn them into, to try to leverage them into something for them. And so I actually had the time to sit and do that for myself. So it wasn't elective poverty, but it was enforced poverty. But it still gave me some time to think about, and I'm better for it. I don't like to whine and cry and pitch a fit when things happen to me. I try to say, what are the lessons I can learn from this situation, from this experience? I'm looking forward to moving out of it, but I'm going to be smarter for it. So thanks for watching, and just remember, when you go through the bad times, there's still something to learn from that, and it's really going to make you appreciate the good times. But we are so blessed, and most of our problems that we have come from having so many blessings. So until next time, bye. For my Christmas tree, I did the same thing I did last year. I actually went and cut off the middle portion of the tree that I used last year. My tree was kind of strange looking. It drives Denise Glass crazy because she wants me to have a nice one. And this is the bandages on my car that's cracked. And I had a friend make some very nasty comments about that, but I think it's kind of cute and it kind of works for right now. It's what I can afford. Please feel free to like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Everything's organized in playlists, and I'll see you next time. Take care and enjoy your life.